Welcome to another enlightening journey through the Scriptures. In our quest to gain a deeper understanding of the holy texts that have shaped civilizations, we have often encountered wisdom that seems to transcend time and space, guiding us in our individual and collective journeys. We are fortunate to live in a time where we can freely explore, interpret, and apply this wisdom in our day-to-day lives. Today's exploration is no exception as we set off on an adventure to unravel the depths of a single powerful verse nestled in the Old Testament, Proverbs 22:6. Before we fully immerse ourselves in this verse, we would like to remind you to subscribe to our channel if you haven't done so already. Subscribing to our channel will ensure that you don't miss out on any of our explorative journeys through the Scriptures. Each video we produce is crafted to provide you with a thorough understanding of the historical, spiritual, and practical implications of the verses we explore. We aim to be your companions and guides in your quest for divine wisdom. Now, onto the verse of the day, Proverbs 22:6. This verse, a cornerstone of Christian teachings, holds a special place in the hearts of believers across the world. It is a testament to the enduring influence of early upbringing and education on an individual's life. It's a potent reminder of the responsibility we bear in shaping the next generation, of leading them along a path that aligns with moral and ethical principles. The essence of this verse can be found in its focus on the power of guidance, the influence that we, as parents, mentors, and educators, have in molding the minds and spirits of young individuals. It's a call to action, a call to instill values and principles that stand the test of time, guiding our children even when we are not physically present to guide them. Throughout this video, we aim to peel back the layers of this verse, to delve into its historical context, to understand the era and the circumstances in which it was written. We aim to unravel the spiritual significance it holds, the message it conveys about our relationship with the divine, and how it guides us in our spiritual journey. But our exploration doesn't stop there. We will also examine its practical implications, how we can apply this verse in our day-to-day lives, how it can provide compass for our actions and decisions. We believe that understanding this verse and its multidimensional wisdom can act as a compass, guiding us towards more intentional, faith-filled parenting. It can provide us with a blueprint, a guide on how to navigate the challenges and joys of bringing up a child in a world that often seems chaotic and unpredictable. It's a reminder that the principles we instill in our children today will the world of tomorrow. This journey, like all our journeys through the Scriptures, is open to all. Whether you're a parent seeking guidance, a mentor looking for ways to inspire, or simply someone seeking deeper understanding, we invite you to journey with us. We welcome your insights, your questions, and your reflections as we embark on this shared exploration of divine wisdom. So, prepare yourself for a journey of discovery, a quest to unlock the timeless wisdom nestled within the heart of the Old Testament, a voyage that promises not only to enlighten but also to empower. Join us as we unpack the timeless wisdom of Proverbs 22:6. To fully grasp the depth of Proverbs 22:6, we need to journey back to its roots. For the uninitiated, let's delve into what this proverb represents before we begin our exploration. Proverbs 22:6 is a verse in the Bible that says, "Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it." These words carry many layers of meaning, historical significance, and practical implications, which we are about to explore. Let's set the stage for our journey back in time. Imagine, if you will, the era when these words were first penned. A time so far removed from our modern age, yet the wisdom encapsulated in these words continues to resonate today. We find ourselves in the heart of ancient Israel, a society steeped in tradition, faith, and a profound sense of community. This is a world much different from ours, yet the themes of family, community, moral instruction remain universal. The book of Proverbs, where our verse is found, is traditionally attributed to King Solomon, renowned for his wisdom. Solomon was not just a king, he was a philosopher, a poet, and a spiritual guide for his people. This book is a collection of his wise sayings and life lessons, a guidebook intended to steer the people of Israel in their daily lives, instilling in them the of righteousness, justice, and fear of the Lord. In this society, children were seen as a blessing from God, a reward to be cherished and nurtured. This perspective on childhood and child rearing was deeply ingrained in the societal fabric. The upbringing of a child was not just a parental responsibility, but a communal one. The child was not just a member of a family, but an integral part of the community fabric. This communal upbringing was not only about practical care, it was also about moral and spiritual instruction. The elders of the community, along with the parents, were responsible for teaching the child the ways of the Lord, the societal norms, and the expectations of the community. They were the child's first teachers, their mentors, and their guides on the path to adulthood. The verse Proverbs 22:6 was a product of this societal structure and cultural context. The phrase, "train up a child in the way he should go," was a mandate for parents and the community to instill in their children the values and principles that were deemed righteous and honorable. This training was not just about rules and regulations. It was about shaping the character, molding the heart, and guiding the spirit of the child. The second part of the verse, "and when he is old, he will not depart from it," reflects the belief in the enduring impact of early training. The ancient Israelites believed that the values and principles instilled in a child at a young age would stick with them into adulthood. They would become the compass that would guide their decisions, actions, and interactions with others. This belief underscored their commitment to the moral and spiritual instruction of their children. This verse, in its original context, was not just about individual parenting, it was about a collective responsibility. It was about a community coming together to raise a child, to teach them the ways of the Lord, and to guide them towards a life of righteousness and honor. It's important to remember that the societal norms and parental expectations of the time were different from those of today. The ancient Jewish society was a patriarchal one where the father was the head of the family and children were expected to obey their parents without question. This is not to say that children were not loved or cherished, but rather that the emphasis was on respect, obedience, and adherence to societal norms and religious laws. However, the core principle of Proverbs 22:6 remains timeless and universal. The idea that early training and instruction can have a long-lasting impact on a person's life transcends cultures and centuries. It serves as a reminder to all parents and communities about the crucial role they play in shaping the future generation. Understanding this historical context paints a vivid picture of the verse's original intent and its importance in ancient times. We can see how the wisdom of the past continues to speak to us today, reminding us of the enduring impact of our actions, decisions, and teachings on the young lives entrusted to us. It invites us to reflect on our roles as parents, educators, and community members, and reminds us of our collective responsibility in the next generation. Hence, Proverbs 22:6, in its simplicity and profundity, transcends time and culture, serving as a beacon of wisdom for all. Understanding this historical context paints a vivid picture of the verse's original intent and its importance in ancient times. It also helps us appreciate the timeless wisdom it imparts, reminding us of the enduring impact of our actions, decisions, and teachings on the young lives entrusted to us. But what does Proverbs 22:6 mean to us as followers of Christ? This question, one that takes us deep into the heart of Christianity and to the core principles of our faith. As followers of Christ, we often find ourselves seeking spiritual guidance, and such guidance is abundantly found in the sacred text of the Bible. Within the Bible, there lies a particular book that is known for its profound wisdom and timeless truths, the book of Proverbs. This book, in many ways, serves as a manual for living a life that is pleasing to God, one that is guided by wisdom, understanding, and deep-rooted faith. The book of Proverbs, in its essence, is a collection of wise sayings and instructions, primarily penned by King Solomon, the wisest man to have ever lived. It is brimming with insights and life lessons that transcend time. It's a guide for every believer, calling us to live a life that reflects God's wisdom and embodies His principles. Within this treasure trove of wisdom, there is a particular verse that holds immense significance, Proverbs 22:6. This verse is not just a mere collection of words, it is a divine mandate, a principle that is deeply woven into the fabric of Christian faith. It is a verse that speaks not only to parents, but also to anyone who has the responsibility of nurturing and guiding the young minds. Train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This verse, in its simplicity, a profound message. It speaks of the importance of moral guidance and ethical upbringing. It speaks of the role we play in shaping the character, molding the thought processes, and instilling a moral compass in the children we are entrusted with. When we talk about training a child, we are talking about more than just teaching them. We are talking about influencing their character, guiding their decision-making, and helping them to develop a worldview that aligns with the principles of Christian faith. The phrase, "the way he should go," is a reflection of God's path, His divine design for each individual. It's about guiding the children to discover and follow God's unique plan for their lives. The verse calls us to ensure that our teachings align with God's word and His principles. It's about fostering a love for God and His commandments in the hearts of the children. Therefore, as followers of Christ, it becomes our responsibility to comprehend this principle and to implement it in our lives. This verse is often utilized in sermons and teachings related to parenting, and for good reason. It underscores the long-term impact of early upbringing and education. It reminds us that the lessons learned, the values ingrained, and the habits formed in childhood often persist into adulthood. The role of a parent or guardian, therefore, becomes crucial in a child's life. Through their guidance and instruction, a child learns to navigate the world, armed with values and principles that align with Christian faith. This verse reminds parents and guardians of their duty to present the right path to their children, to lead by example, and to provide a nurturing environment where they can grow in their faith. Importantly, this verse is not just about the child. It also speaks to us, the parents and guardians. It reminds us of our duty to present the right path to our children, to lead by example, and to provide a nurturing environment where they can grow in their faith. However, the verse does not promise a life free of trials or tribulations for our children. Life, as we know it, is a journey filled with ups and downs. But the verse promises that the teachings imparted in childhood will hold firm, providing guidance and direction in the face of life's challenges. As followers of Christ, Proverbs 22:6 becomes a roadmap for us, guiding us on how to raise our children in the light of God's word. It calls us to be mindful of our actions and words, and to strive to raise our children in a manner that honors God. It's not just about teaching our children to pray or to read the Bible. It's about living our faith in front of them, showing them what it means to love God and to love others. It's about demonstrating the fruits of the Spirit: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, and self-control. It's about making our homes a reflection of God's love and grace. The spiritual depth of Proverbs 22:6 is indeed profound, offering guidance to parents and guardians in the nurturing of their children. This verse is not just a piece of advice, it's a divine principle, a call to action, and a reminder of our responsibility as parents and guardians. It calls us to be diligent, to be intentional, and to be prayerful in our endeavor to raise our children in the ways of the Lord. Now that we've delved into the spiritual depth of Proverbs 22:6, how do we apply this wisdom in our daily lives? As we journey further into the essence of this verse, we find real, tangible ways to incorporate its teachings into our parenting style. It's more than just a scripture, it's a blueprint to raise children who are not only morally upright, but also resilient, compassionate, and wise. Let's begin with the first part of the verse. Train up a child in the way he should go. The concept of training up implies much more than simple teaching or instructing. It involves the diligent and consistent shaping of a child's character and values, nurturing their growth both morally and spiritually. A key element of Proverbs 22:6 is the focus on instilling moral values in our children, teaching them to discern between right and wrong, guiding them to make wise choices, and nurturing the growth of their moral compass are all crucial aspects of training up a child. This could be as basic as teaching them to share their toys, to be honest in their speech, or to demonstrate kindness and compassion to others. These small lessons, when consistently taught and reinforced, help to shape a child's moral foundation and lay the groundwork for their character development into adulthood. But how does one effectively teach these values? The answer lies in the second part of the verse. Even when he is old, he will not depart from it. This implies that the values we instill in our children during their formative years will stay with them throughout their lives, guiding their decisions and actions. The key here is consistency. By consistently demonstrating and reinforcing these values in our daily interactions with our children, we can effectively train up them to become morally upright and wise individuals. Our role as parents extends beyond teaching our children right from wrong. We are also tasked with preparing them for the real world, which includes teaching them to take responsibility for their actions. This could range from simple tasks like cleaning up their toys to more complex issues like owning up to their mistakes and understanding the consequences of their actions. Regardless of the situation or the complexity of the task, the goal remains the same: to raise responsible individuals who understand and accept the consequences of their actions. Furthermore, Proverbs 22:6 encourages us to go beyond teaching right from wrong and to foster a sense of justice, fairness, and respect for others in our children. Encouraging them to stand up for what is right, to treat everyone with respect, and to be fair in their dealings are vital lessons that can shape them into ethical adults who contribute positively to society. A situation where your child comes home with a toy that doesn't belong to them. Instead of scolding them, use this opportunity to teach them about honesty and respect for others' belongings. Make them understand why it's wrong to take something without asking and guide them to return the toy. Or imagine a scenario where your child has made a mistake. Perhaps they've broken vase while playing. Instead of focusing on the broken vase, concentrate on the importance of taking responsibility. Encourage them to admit their mistake, explain to them the consequences of their actions, and discuss how they can avoid such incidents in the future. It's important to remember that as parents, we are not expected to be perfect. Our role is to guide our children in the way they should go, so that when they are old, they will not depart from it, as Proverbs 22:6 promises. This involves a delicate balance of teaching, guiding, nurturing, and disciplining, all done with love and patience. In conclusion, the wisdom of Proverbs 22:6 serves not just as a guide, but as a compass, navigating the sometimes arduous journey of parenting. As we align our parenting style with this wisdom, we're not just raising children, we're shaping the future generation. And with each lesson we teach, with each value we instill, we're leaving a legacy that goes beyond us, a legacy of love, wisdom, and faith. So let's embrace the journey of parenting God's way, guided by the profound wisdom of Proverbs 22:6. Remember, this verse is more than just an instruction, it's a promise. A promise that when we train up our children in the way they should go, they will carry those values, that wisdom, and that faith into their adulthood and beyond. As we navigate the journey of parenting, let us continually rely on the wisdom of Proverbs 22:6 to guide us, knowing that when we train up our children in the way they should go, they will not depart from it. They will take along the values, wisdom, and faith we've instilled in them, their adulthood and beyond. Indeed, the guidance of Proverbs 22:6 can serve as a compass, navigating the challenging journey of parenting. We've journeyed through history, explored spiritual depths, and discovered practical wisdom, all within Proverbs 22:6. This expedition has led us across time and space, meandering through the labyrinth of the human experience with the verse as our guiding star. We've unraveled the layers of understanding hidden within its profound words, each layer revealing a new facet of this invaluable gemstone of wisdom. Commencing our journey, we delved into the historical context. We put on our archaeologist hats, and like diligent excavators, we dug deep into the sands of time. We unearthed the foundations of this verse, decoding the hieroglyphics of the past. We saw that this verse, etched on the tablets of time, has been a steady compass for generations of parents, guiding them through the tumultuous seas of parenting. We then transitioned into the spiritual realm, leaving the material world behind. We elevated our consciousness, transcending the confines of physical reality. We grasped the spiritual significance of Proverbs 22:6, recognizing its invitation to align our parenting with God's wisdom. This alignment isn't merely about theoretical agreement, it's about translating this divine wisdom into our daily lives. We observed how the verse beckons us to infuse our parenting with spirituality, to view our children not just as bodies to be fed and clothed, but as souls to be nurtured and guided. Moving forward, we navigated through the practical landscape. We rolled up our sleeves, ready to get our hands dirty in the soil of practicality. We examined the practical applications of this timeless verse, acknowledging that the values we instill in our children today will echo into their adulthood. This isn't just about teaching them to say please and thank you. It's about imbuing their hearts with virtues of kindness, honesty, and compassion. We then found ourselves reaffirming the timeless nature of Proverbs 22:6. We realized that it isn't simply an ancient saying lost in the dusty pages of history, but a principle that is as relevant today as it was thousands of years ago. It's a principle that has withstood the test of time, proving its resilience amidst the ever-changing societal norms and values. We recognized its testimony to the enduring power of moral and ethical training in shaping a child's future. It's not about filling their heads with information, it's about molding their character. It's about shaping them into individuals who would stand up for what's right, even when the world tells them otherwise. We also underscored the long-term impact of early upbringing and education. We realized that every word we speak, every action we take, leaves a mark on our children's lives. It's like the ripples on a still pond. A single pebble can create waves that reach far and wide. Today's small lessons are tomorrow's big impacts, shaping their worldviews, guiding their decision-making, and influencing their relationships. Thank you for joining us on this enlightening journey. We hope that you've gained as much insight and wisdom as we have. If you found value in this video, we encourage you to subscribe to our channel and share this wisdom with others. Let us continue this journey of discovery, venturing into the depths of wisdom and understanding. Until next time, may God's wisdom guide your path.